Everyone said that this event would be about navigation, and the 93-kilometre opening special stage wasted little time testing driver and rider skills. Fastest Moto Jake Smith made it look easy by the second special stage, but it wasn't without its challenges.
Yeah, it was quite tricky early on. Good way to start the rally, I guess. It was nice and fresh this morning, and the first probably 40 k's was quite tricky navigation. So it was really good. And then the second stage this morning had a bit of nav early, and then it opened out in some nice fast tracks. So it's been a good start. I've just taken it easy, not doing anything silly, and making sure I'm staying on my road book. So it's good, having fun.
The boys in the sidecar reckon they're having fun too, but would Jake give that a go?
Not a chance at all. I think I'd nearly rather ride a quad than ride a sidecar, but no, hats off to those boys. It's going to be a long 4 days for them, but I'm sure they'll have fun in the race, and I think just going down the bitumen's going to be the worst for them. So I think I'll go to 4 wheels in a car when I'm done racing. No sidecar for me.
Toby Hedricks conceded a minute on the opening stage and a further 30 seconds on special stage 2.
Yeah, so there were some tricky ones this morning, that first stage. There was some really hard to see, so dust was it was hanging around, and there was one spot there where my ICO went a little bit out and I overshot a corner. It only needs to be out by 100 metres, and it's all the difference, especially when you're travelling at speed, so you've got to be really onto that, and I was just out that once. So.
However, it was the second Husqvarna rider, Sam Davey, who beat them both by a minute on the second stage. Although Toby then struck back through the afternoon to retain second outright behind Jake Smith, who also holds the fastest time outright on the road from day one. John Hedrick's brand new engine almost lasted the first stage before crying enough within sight of the finish line. Unfortunately for him, it would be the finish of his rally.
We've had a mechanical failure, something's let go in the motor, so about a K short of the last competitive, eased off, and there was nothing there so a bit disappointing for Paul. He'd done a lot of work in preparing the car perfectly, and so anyway, we'll live to fight another day, I suppose.
It was Glenn Owen and Matt Ryan who showed the way for the autos, well clear of the next fastest machine in the hands of John Pursehouse. Pursehouse had no answer. In cross-country rallying, everything's got to line up, and today things just weren't falling his way.
Glenn Owen, I think, pulled about probably 7 minutes off us. He managed to jag it when we missed the turns. He had turned up at the right time and saw where we were trying to go. So he got a good bonus, and he also got a motorcycle. He caught a motorcycle ride and they opened the gate for him. So he was lucky he didn't have to get out and open and close the gate. But then on the second run, we had a good run, and I think we maybe a minute off him, and good clean run. So now it's just another 7 stages and we might get closer to it.
Jason Noonan had been quicker than Pursehouse through special stage 1, but had no answer on the next stage, holding on for third overall. Things were now falling into place for the Ford Ranger pilot. The gate favours from the Moto riders coming his way, home by a minute over second in stage Josh Wilson. Wilson, in only his second cross-country rally, was locked in third gear with a broken selector, but it didn't stop him bagging second fastest time on the stage.
Yeah, we had a slight handicap. We broke the shifter halfway through the first stage. But it was a good thing. I hadn't driven the car much. I learnt a lot about the car and how to drive it, and I had to work around the converter temperature because it was working pretty hard in the sand. So all in all, we got our navigation right, and we tried to focus on just getting to the end, and that's what we did.
With all gears intact for the final stage of the day, there was another third fastest and outright for the day. Defending winner Michael Denham was pragmatic about his escalating flat tyre saga that saw he and David Adam unloading both spares and then driving off with the jack still under the car. Lost minutes at this stage of the event, but not a total loss.
It's not terrible. You don't want to give too much away to the buggies, but mate, as long as you keep it in the hunt and stay close to the front, you'll be all right at the end.
Steve Riley campaigned the first Sunraysia event, keeping the top end of the field honest. But this year he finds himself servicing for his own team.
Bashed myself around at Dakar a bit and got back and I was just taking the back seat. Trev, my navigator that came with me to Dakar, he's going to have a drive time, so he's having a bit of a driver's seat and I'm having a bit of a mechanical seat and catching up with all the friends I haven't caught up with for a while and fixing the car.
Trevor Hanks might not be having an effect on the pointy end of the auto field at this stage, but the car was returning to service in good order. It took until the final 114-kilometre Prungle stage for Luke Olam to make an appearance in the top 6 after having a less than average start to his event.
Yeah, we had a bit of a navigational issue in the first one. One of our trip meters wasn't working and we got put out, did a few circles, eventually got back on the track, but dropped about 7 or 8 minutes just doing that.
As a result, the Century CR6 did its fair share of passing motos to make up the time.
Right, in 200 we got a straight on a road coming in on my side. Your side, sorry. There we go, 2 Yep, alright, straight on, go. Oh, yeah.
Tony Quinn indicated yesterday that he was eager to bag his first safari finish and stayed on track and in touch with the fastest 5 autos all day. For the production rally cars, it was a testing day, handling the soft sand, but that didn't stop the Mifsuds celebrating a special day in their Datsun Stanza.
It was hard work and it's on Rob's birthday, so but we got stuck in the sand. A yellow gate, which we have to, stop and open and close, and stopped and never mind.
The day wasn't any easier for John Cooper in the XD Falcon, but there were some good moments in an event that favoured the big wheels and long suspension travel.
Stage 1 was good when it opened up at the end. It was beautiful, that stage 1. We could get going. But my clutch seems to be slipping a little bit on the old girl. I've never had a problem. I think that's mainly due to the sand. Some of the sand was just sand hills. It didn't help when we did take a wrong direction and the sand hill was probably worse than it was supposed to be, but that's rallying.
It might be 2 separate divisions, but for what it's worth, Moto rider Jake Smith is fastest overall by mere seconds from auto driver Glenn Owen after nearly 300 kilometres of competition.